In this SSI tutorial, we will give a quick introduction on aggregate function, how we will implement the aggregate transform function in SSIS tools. So let's connect the input source to the OLEDB source. So I am choosing a table employees from Adventures Work. So the aggregate you will find at the commonly used blocks. It's at the top. Double click on it and connect this line to the aggregate. And now in an aggregate we will find so many functions. So now I want to aggregate based on the occupation title. So this is the grouping here. Okay, so how many employees under the occupation, this occupation ID. Okay, so in grouping we can have so many operations are there in aggregate, like group by count district. So now and then after I am selecting occupation ID only. So now this occupation ID why I am selected is for the count. Okay, so in aggregate we will find how in an Excel we have count, distinct count, sum, average, minimum, maximum, all like that, all will be available here. Okay, now I am selecting count. That means it will shows the data aggregated by group, and then after it will gives the count of the occupation under under each occupation ID. How many employees are there, like that. Okay, and also I want to show which occupation had max. Okay, so again I am selecting this one. Now giving a max value. So here maximum, so it will shows the maximum occupation value of that respective occupation ID. Okay, and click OK. And now I'm giving this setting the destination to the OLEDB destination. Okay, and I don't create any table for the destination. Now by selecting the click here, this table I had created. So it is saying that the destination name is already exist. So I'm changing the name. And click OK. Now comes under the mapping. So we have 3 inputs are there and 3 outputs. The mapping has done perfectly all right. And now save this file. Click on save. Check the connections. Click on test connection and click OK. Click on run button. So total from 132 rows it aggregated and it shows aggregated that table and show as a pivot table. How we will do the operation aggregated functions functions in a pivot table. So 132 rows is summarized into a 6 rows. Let us see the result. And now we need to click on refresh. Okay, so this is the table. So now see here, occupation ID, and these are the occupation ID and the count of those. That means these are the gives the employees under, that means customer service representation, the count of occupation id employees shows 36 and the maximum value is 1, that means service representatives each had 1. And similarly the district manager, there are 18 district count of the employees is 18 and the max is 5. Similar for how many assistant managers are there, and how many regional managers are there, how many shift leaders are there, and how many store managers are there. And again in store managers, maximum store managers are 4 here. Okay,